G'day everyone, and welcome back to another shell finding adventure. I am facing this way right now because it is extremely breezy, like so very breezy. I've just noticed this guy tumbling in. This is the same part that I was looking in a lot over the last 2 days. The wind has picked up significantly after the cyclone made landfall yesterday. It's just a day later from the last video. There is so much sea foam, there are so many rough waves. Anyway, we're hopefully going to find some shells that have been knocked up in all of this. Once again, it seems like there's plenty to go around. It's just about grabbing them out from between the sea foam. This one is a lovely Spangler's trumpet, just a baby one. And before I started filming, I also picked up a lovely little red scallop right there and a little moon snail as well. Oh, that scallop is gone forever. Anyway, let's keep looking. That's a scallop shell, if I can get it. There we go, a nice grey coloured commercial scallop. Oh, did I get it? I got it! I wasn't sure if I'd get that before the waves took it. The waves are pretty, disgusting, and there's a lot of them, and it's hard to see today. I don't need to tell you guys can see how awful that looks. I have right here a little banded bonnet along with a couple more moon snails that I just collected. Seafoam, you dare! It just covered that as I was going to pick it up. There we go. I've got a yellow-toothed cowrie. He doesn't actually feel super good on top. I don't think he's going to be a very shiny one. Oh my goodness. It's one of those days, everyone. Pink lace coral, the first piece I've been able to safely collect today. It is popping up en masse, sort of. Usually I find one piece every couple of months. I've found probably over a dozen pieces in the last 2 days. Also, I'm shielding us from the wind, but it is legitimately so awful out here today. It's like a cyclone came or something. What's all this about? Oh my good golly goodness, a friend of mine was just walking past. So this must have just come up. Oh, look at that, it is empty. I can't tell if it's a rough one or not, but still, actually, yeah, it doesn't feel shiny. I don't think it's going to dry with a shine on it, but still, super lovely. It's got some resemblance of spot still on it, or semblance I should say. It is a spotted deer cowrie, also called a calf cowrie or a Pacific deer cowrie. What? You look very, very nice. Look at this guy. Predator drill hole right in that center. You can see the sand behind it. Not sure what kind of shell it is. Not sure if I've ever found one before, actually. It is probably a talon of some kind, like a sunset clam, one of those two, but probably a talon. Oh, no way! Look what's in the little catchment right under this rock here. It is empty as well. Oh my good golly goodness, he is a nice size, and he does have some goodies on top. This one is a carrier shell. I'm honestly never very sure which carrier shell. He's got a very, very large dip on that base there. Usually they're a bit more flatter. It's either going to be a small pallid carrier shell or it's either a solar carrier shell, in which this would be its maximum size. Oh, it's a good one for the micro shells, everyone. Oh, look at him. Oh my goodness, that pink was just barely eye-catching. My glasses are absolutely a mess right now with sea spray and rain. It's raining real hard right now. I'm sorry, I digress. That is an absolutely beautiful rosy spindle cowrie. I do not find many of these, and not in such nice condition. That is a very, very pretty shell. And also, if you did just see that jump over into frame, the weather is awful, but Mr. Sheller is out here. He just threw that at me. Looks like we've got ourselves a banded bonnet right there. And you know what? I'm going to pick this up because I was eyeing it off. Oh, he is broken. That would have been a nice rusty ribbed scallop. That one is a nice one. Yes, it is empty. I haven't been picking up very many crowned cones while the cyclone's been going. I've seen a lot of very rough ones that I've just kind of ignored. This one looked good, even under the water. Just got some very clear patternings on him. An absolutely brutal amount of rain just fell. I couldn't work the camera while I was out looking for some more shells to find. It's mostly been moon snails. I am so sorry I grabbed this one without you guys. Look at him! A very nice, large Arabian cowrie. He is a bit bashed up on that front siphon right there, missing his little pointy points, but otherwise pretty nice. I also got a fairly large Titan acorn barnacle. Again, very, very sad that I I couldn't show you all, and a little Japanese bonnet. A bit cracked, but still pretty cute. And, of course, more moon snails, a few more scallops, but hopefully, with the rain easing up, it's still super windy, but with the rain easing up, I can hopefully get back to filming. Mr. Shell has just found himself a treasure. He's got himself a very nice chestnut-banded sand snail. Yep, that one goes back to him. There you go. It is absolutely so brutal out here right now. It just all of a sudden became super bad. Poor Mr. Sheller over there, somewhere over there is suffering out here with me. It's really, I might end up going home early. This is what I expected from the cyclone like yesterday. But no, it's definitely like a day after sort of thing here. The radar didn't show any rain. I guess the radar was wrong. It's absolutely nuts. Also, all the rough waves out there are going to bring in a heap tomorrow, so I might have to pick it up again tomorrow and do a two-parter, because this is way too much. G'day everyone, and welcome back. It is a whole lot less rainy today. I just could not work the camera controls. It was absolutely awful. This is 2 days later. Oh my goodness, are you whole? Are you? Oh my goodness. It is whole, everyone. Oh my good golly goodness. Would you look at him? Oh, he has the tiniest bit out of his tip. Oh my goodness. I don't see a crab in it. Oh, that is very exciting, everyone. This is a Triton shell that I don't think I've ever found, or at least not found, you know, intact and without anything in it. I forget the name. It was something like a girdled Triton, but I think they're supposed to be a bit bigger. I'd say that this one's just a little one. Very, very nice way to start us off. I don't think I would have seen that if it wasn't so sunny today. So yes, it is 3 days after the cyclone has made landfall. There has been a lot of rain everywhere, but today it seems like it's going to be a pretty nice day. I walked past here earlier. I didn't see that. Also, it is extremely windy today. Oh my goodness, I think he is not just shiny. I think he's got a gloss on him. Look, he's like super, like, the sunlight looks good in him is what I'm trying to say. Very nice on the base as well. This little guy is a yellow tinted cowrie. He looks fairly dark green right now, but they do lighten out to a lovely yellow color eventually. Also, the water just came through where I picked that cowrie up from. I do not like this seafoam stuff. I was literally reading an article yesterday telling me that there is more bacteria in the seafoam here on the Sunshine Coast than in our sewage treatment plants. Don't play in it, please. It's gross, everyone. Yes, he's nice. Why not? I don't think I've really been collecting a lot of bivalves lately, except for the odd commercial scallop. This one's a cockle shell, specifically an orange cockle, I think. And we can't forget the scaly scallops. Yes, I've been picking up a couple of nice scaly scallops as well. I like this one with all of his different colors through him, a couple of white marbling patterns through it. Are you whole? Oh my goodness, look at him. He's massive. Like, I was looking at this spot, there was seafoam here until literally a wave just came. Oh my good golly goodness. Yes, he is absolutely whole as well. Oh my god. It is a green tinted cowrie. It is huge. I think the last one I found, a couple of months ago, probably was like half of this size. Does he look shiny? I think he does. I think he's like a good shiny one. Oh, don't drop your shell, Maddie. Oh, I gotta shine a UV light on him. I forgot to say the last time I found one of these that these ones glow bright pink in UV light. This guy was definitely not here when I walked past earlier. He's pretty roughed up. He's supposed to be green with brown spots on top. This one is a thick-edged cowrie, a very beach-worn one. You are absolutely freaking kidding me. Mr. Sheller is going to be so jealous. He's been looking for this exact shell for like 2 years. I'm not even gonna give it to him. That's going into the cabinet. Are you kidding? That's only the second shiny one of these I've ever found, and it's massive and beautiful with dense spotting and that beautiful burnt orange base. This one is a Humphrey's cowrie. Holy guacamole, that might be one of the top shell finds of the year. These guys are rare to find in nice condition, like really difficult. Like I said, I've only got one other super shiny one, and it was like a third of this size. Oh, Mr. Shell is probably coming today. I'm going to show him that. Oh, Mr. Shell is going to be so jealous about that. That looks like a nice, gleaming little, graceful cowrie. Seafoam. Pretty nice. It seems like today is a decent day for the cowries. The last few days have been very good days for the bonnets and moon snails. Anyway, I don't know if I mentioned it, but the tide is still up a little bit high, and the water is still pretty hard to see through, so we're not looking out into the rock pools yet, but it seems like there's plenty of nice things to find on the sand, so this is more than fine by me. But later we will check out and hopefully find some larger shells in the rock pools. It has been quite a surprise to see so many commercial scallops here. A lot of grey ones. They're not super colourful like the ones up at Harvey Bay. I guess they have more of a chance to get discoloured here. Also, speaking of Harvey Bay, I did want to go to Harvey Bay to give us a break from all of the bonnets. This one is a checkerboard bonnet. A little bit roughed up. He might stay behind for someone else. But Harvey Bay unexpectedly copped a massive amount of rain from the ex-tropical cyclone. They're all flooded in, flooded out, flooded everywhere. So it might be a while before we get back there and see if there's any beach left. He's pretty. I say he's pretty because he's got a nice clean color. There is a lot of discolored moon snails, both today and yesterday. Oh, not yesterday, the day before yesterday, and the day before yesterday, and the day before that. I've been shelling out here a lot because I'm making the most of the fantastic shell finding days. This one is another bladder moon snail. Oh, shiny! He's pretty. Look at that guy. Yes, another empty cowrie with a very nice gloss on him, like super shiny in that sun. Also, I'm very sorry, the wind does whip past every now and then. I'm sure you can hear it. This one's a beautiful yellow-toothed cowrie. I mean, I don't think the teeth look that yellow, but that's the name of it. I can't explain it. This one must have just washed up. There was a very nice lady I was talking to earlier who walked past here and obviously didn't collect this great one. I don't usually make this comparison, but seeing as how I still have the yellow-toothed cowrie in my hands, these two are exactly the same shell species. So these blue guys, when they lose color, they can turn a dull blue or a dull brown. Yes, he will turn into this once he gets weathered around for a while. So yeah, this one's not as shiny, although it's shinier than I expect. Usually they're much more dull. But yeah, that's just how they look after they've been sitting in the sun or tumbling around the surf for a while. Hello, my good friend. It has been a while since we have met out here. He's got a very funky heeled break right on the top. This one is a blotched neurite. I like to show them. Not many people like to see them, but there we go. I haven't been seeing them lately, so it's nice to see one again. Also, I did just pick up off screen a piece of organ pipe coral. To be honest, I wasn't super impressed with it because on Cyclone Day the day before Cyclone Day, I found a very nice chunk of it that was like possibly about 3 or 4 times larger. I don't know why I want this one in particular, but I do. Oh, actually, he's still got periostracum around his swirl. You can see he's got like the brown fuzzy stuff, so it's still a very fresh one. It is empty though, there's just a couple of pebbles in there. That one is a lovely yellow dove shell. I nearly stepped right past that. Oh, you're kidding. Oh my good golly goodness, it's empty. It's a very large moon snail. I was starting to think I wasn't going to find any of the big shells today. I mean, the tide is still going out. The sea foam is receding. It was like under it. I saw it going out. Oh my good golly goodness. It's not a bladder moon snail, which is why I'm so excited. If I look at the base of that, it just looks a little bit different, like more elongated right there. I believe this one is a egg white moon snail or a chestnut banded moon snail. Very, very black and discolored. I'm hoping that one of my favorite chellas to watch will make a video to tell me how to get rid of all of that, because that's going to be very nice when it's all cleaned up. Are you whole? Oh, it is whole. He's just a very cute little one. That one is a cherry cowrie, aka a carnelian cowrie. Still got a very nice red color. He doesn't feel super shiny. Yeah, he's already drying in the wind. I can see he's going to be a dull one, but still a nice pop of color. The water visibility has just cleared up here enough for me to see this. Oh, it is a live one. Oh, hello, good sir. I am so sorry to disturb your rest. This one is a live checkerboard bonnet. Oh my good golly goodness, he is absolutely lovely. Another big one with big brown stripes on himself. That is a snail in there. Obviously seashells are snail shells. Some people think they're crab shells. And I'm like, no, they're from snails. That is his operculum right there. He's closed up his body and put the operculum in front to kind of make himself less vulnerable to predation. Anyway, I'm going to put him back down here. I'm going to put him in the sand just a little bit, like maybe about a third of the way or halfway into the sand, just so he's got a nice place to stick down into. They do like dwelling in sand. You are under the Seafoam with some very nice little zigzags. I need to wash it. Ooh, that is a nice scallop there. I'll get that one in just a second too. I'll have a little look at it. Yes, this one is a leafy oyster. We can't see it so good because the sun just went away. But I've been collecting a lot of nice ones of these over the last few days of shelling. Just seems like they're being pried off the rocks almost. Also, this one looks cool. It is. I'm in the Seafoam part of the beach. I'm walking back and forth to see what the tide has uncovered. Oh, that's pretty nice. That is very, very decent. Its ridges look amazingly well textured, like more well textured than usual. I'm pretty sure it's a commercial scallop, but yeah, super lovely little ridges on it. I am super surprised that there is still a shell pile here like days after. He's a little bit broken on that opening, but still very cute. I might take him. It is a little juvenile prickly spotted droop shell. Ooh, he's nice. It is a good day for the cowries. I don't think he's super shiny. He's a little bit dull, I'd say. I got a very nice one on the weekend. It is a clandestine cowrie. Oh, I was just stopping to get a drink of water. I had to put my bottle down. Look at this guy. I think there's just sand in there. I have found pen shells lately that have been with goop inside, to say it plainly. This one's very cool. It's not a species that I find much, although they do pop up here. I noticed that other people get them. I don't usually get them. I think that's an empty something or other. This one, I think, was definitely the flag pen shell. I say definitely. I'm only like 60% sure. Super nice little shell, especially with it being joined like this. Is that possibly the first intact bonnet for this half of the episode? Also, those clouds are coming over again. I thought we were getting sunshine. Also, this is stuck. Yeah, okay. Nothing inside of it, all nice and whole. Actually, it is very nice and whole. Let me just make sure it's all washed out. You got to be careful of a venomous blue-ringed octopus sitting inside some of these things. I've never encountered it, but other people have. This one is a beautiful banded bonnet. This one's kind of buried under the sand. Are you a live one? It's not. Ooh, yeah, there's no massive snail in it. Oh, it is another banded bonnet. It is a whole lot nicer than that last one I just picked up. You know, there's a lot of bonnets around, but they're not, and even like the intact ones, they're not all the same quality. Some are just nicer colors and conditions than others. Very, very nice. Also, I did just pick up another moon snail. There's still plenty of them around. So, you know when I picked up that little pen shell and I said there's been some pretty gross ones around? That looks joined. It looks whole. I'm wondering if... Oh, it's stuck. I'm wondering if it is gross inside, because that looks super large and impressive. It wiggles, and as we know, if it wiggles, I can get it out with enough time. Okay, loosened it with the right hand. Epic reveal. Ooh, it's just very heavy. I think it's sand. It is just sand. Also, there was a piece of a red wing oyster in it. Busted up. Might leave him behind. This one's cool. Also busted up though, but very nice that it is empty. This is one of the pen shells that I usually find up at Harvey Bay and Barham Heads. I think it was the comb-like razor clam, I think was the name. You got to remember that pen shells can also be called razor clams. Do you have the tip? Oh, do you have the tip? Oh, yes! Yes! That is very, very nice. Yes, it does have the tip. This is my first nice, magnificent volute from a few days shelling out here. I've only seen the broken one so far. Mr. Sheller came yesterday and found like half a dozen really nice ones of these. Oh, I was super salty and jealous. That is very nice. It's got some very nice red patterning on him. A very nice clean color as well. Sometimes when I find these from here, they're black and discolored like a lot of the moon snails and bonnets have been lately. This one's just a very nice color on him. And there is another bonnet. Do I want the bonnet? How do you look? Oh, I thought that was going to be a checkerboard bonnet, actually. It's hard to tell underwater. It is another nice banded bonnet. Once again, a banded bonnet because it has those lovely little bumps around the top shoulder or the top crown, however you want to say it. There are more bonnets down here. I've got to tell you, this is the area of the water line that I have not been able to explore the last few days because it's been so dangerous. Oh, he is very, very nice. Look at that absolutely beautiful banded bonnet. And I think there might be another one. Is this one? Oh, here's a broken banded bonnet. We'll throw him back, of course. But this one is another ripper. For a week after or for a few days after the cyclone, it's just been so many beautiful bonnets. And someone actually asked me, like, Maddie, why are there so many bonnets popping up? And it's because they just like, it's so rough out there. And it's easy to find these guys because they're big and easy to see in the murky water, but it's so rough. They get unstuck from the bottom, they tumble around, they get dazed, and they're not able to suck back in or stick to a rock, which makes them extra vulnerable to predators coming to eat them in these turbulent times. Alrighty, I'm up at the corner now. This is like between the north part of the beach and the eastern facing part of the beach. Usually this is where I got a lot of bonnets the last couple of days, although it's been a bit dangerous to get in here every now and then. I do want this guy though, just noticed him, although hoping for some larger shells too over here if it's not too dangerous. This one's a nice commercial scallop. Oh my goodness, are you whole? Ooh, oh, he does have a bit of a break there. You can see on the inside, so at least I can see that there's no crab inside. Oh, he is very nice on the top. Like the amount of these guys that I get intact and whole, I think I've only ever found 2 intact ones. Most of them are broken. Even with a little break down there, I'm counting that as a win. That is like 90% good. It is a lovely little granulated frog shell. That is so pink. What are you? Actually, oh my goodness, it's old. It's one of those cockle shells that I found a few days ago. Wow, it is very old. I haven't found one that's super pink like this in like almost 3 years though. It is a Delabeche or Delabeche's cockle. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, but it's super nice and super uncommon to see here. Oh my goodness, right down there. I don't know if it's a piece, I don't know if it's whole, I don't know if it's alive, which makes it very tricky to get out. I do want to get it out though. I'm sorry, my camera work is a bit dodgy today. It's a textile cone. I might carefully attempt something to try to get it out. I was actually able to lift this rock. I thought the rock was wedged there. Let's take a look at the textile. Wait, oh, there's some glass I gotta get out. Wait, is it a whole one? Whoa, I think it's a whole one. Are you like alive, sir? Whoa, it's empty on the bottom. Victory is mine. I always enjoy getting these ones, especially if they're not in super old or super broken condition. This one looks pretty good. I mean, his tip is a little bit worn. He looks a little bit old right there with that yellow discoloration, but hey, super lovely pattern on Mr. Textile Cone right here. And remember, the reason I was so careful looking at this one is because these guys can pack a pretty bad sting. They can kill you without medical attention, so it's always best just to be super careful with these cone shells. I gotta say, some of the bonnets over here are so stuck that I've just given up on getting them out. Oh, this one's not stuck. Oh, he's nice. Or at least the base of him looks nice. Yes, lovely yellow, and on top, oh, he has got a lot of black discoloration on him, but still very good. He's got most of the point. That is enough of the point that I'm counting it as the point. It is another great banded bonnet. All of the dry sea foam on the rocks here is pretty nasty today too. And then there's fresher stuff closer to the water. So as much as I would like to be looking at this, especially over the last few days where I suspect a lot of good stuff has washed in, I think it's just too dangerous, too slippery, and a bit too low in visibility to be able to explore this place fully. A couple of broken shells down here. I want to see if this one's intact. Oh, yes! Yes, it is intact. It's a very good-sized bladder moon snail. I've been finding a heap of very large ones here lately with what's been churned up with the big wave, so it's just nice. I don't usually find them this size, not even at Harvey Bay. The tide has receded quite a lot back from here. I just saw these guys, so I lifted up the rock. Oh yeah, by the way, it smells so bad over here. The water is really, really anyway, you don't need to know about that. That one's a banded bonnet. This one, whoa, he's big and nice. Whoa, This one is another banded bonnet. I will wash them out a little later. I do want to check out this one because that one, this one over here is looking very gleamy. Let's take a look. Are you whole? Oh, it's a nice whole one. I'm going to focus on this one because I feel like I haven't found super great checkerboard bonnets today. Actually, he is missing a bit of his tip, but he's still nice. Yep, that one's a checkerboard bonnet, while these two down here are the banded bonnets. I see the telltale signs of a magnificent volute, but do you? It does have that tip. Second one today. He looks very nice, very lovely red pattern on him. Nice little scale patterns or tent patterns, I think is what those little I don't know, I call them like tooth patterns because they look like little fangs. Anyway, a nice, magnificent volute. These guys can get like up to like 30 or 40 centimeters, so over a foot long. So this is still a little baby one. The big one caught my eye. I think he's moving. Yes, he does have a little crab in him. He is scooted right back in, but does the thing behind him have a crab in it? This one? Are you whole? I can't even see it. Yes. Ooh, I'm not sure. I don't know if a crab scooted back in it. Usually if I find a Spangler's trumpet on this side of the lighthouse, it's got a crab in it, so I'm going to keep a very good eye on it. It's a nice large one though, look at him. I thought I'd find a bunch of Spangler's trumpets after all the bad weather, but I think I found one, and I don't think I even filmed it, so this is the first one I found in quite a while. Cherry! Oh, it's not a cherry. It's not a cherry. I thought it was on the top. No, but it's got the bright orange tips on it. Oh, he's got a nice white base. It doesn't look like it's an old shell at all. Not sure if it's going to dry shiny. That one is an Isabella cowrie. And I also saw, where'd it go? Yes. Have I picked up one of these today or the last time? Ooh, it's empty. It is an eroded cowrie. That is gleaming. Are you alive? It's not stuck. It's not a live one. Oh my good golly goodness. It feels like a really glossy one. There we go. Finally got it turned over. It was a bit slick and slippery because the super fresh ones are nice and glossy. They don't have a lot of friction on them. This is a little snakehead cowrie. What a whole heckin' heap of shells. So yes, here are the shell finds for today and 2 days ago on that very rainy day. And if you have enjoyed them all, please hit that like button for me and subscribe if you want to see more shelling adventures. Although probably not as absolutely bountiful as it's been lately, because you know, the cyclone is the first cyclone that's been on the Sunshine Coast, or at least close enough to it, in 50 years. So who knows when it's going to be like this again, but oh my good golly goodness, enjoy it while we can. So it is of course time to talk about shells now, talk about favorites and special mentions. So if you would like to mention some shells, please let me know which ones you liked down in the comments. I gotta say, lots of bonnets. Some of them were picked up today and some of them were picked up 2 days ago. I couldn't tell you which ones. I picked up a lot without filming on that day because I just could not work the camera. It was too foggy on the lens. I couldn't get the viewfinder to work or the screen to work, so it was just absolutely crazy. But yes, oh my goodness, enough rambling. Let's talk about some special mentions. Lots of bonnets lately. I don't need to state that again. So many. This is probably the nice banded bonnet. Actually, I don't even know if I can say that. There's just a lot of very nice bonnets. There was some cowries today. All the ones that are facing with their teeth outwards are generally pretty weathered and worn away. The ones at the front are much nicer. I might give a special mention to this cherry. I don't know when I picked it up, if it was today or off camera, but it's just got a bit of shine, so it's nice. It can get a special mention. I might give a special mention to this commercial scallop. I don't know why. It looks like all the ridges are nice and white compared to the rest of the dark shell. It looks like someone dry brushed it. I think it looks like a work of art. Very nice. I might give a special mention to, yeah, why not? The pen shell. I think it's a flag pen shell. It's a different species than this bigger one, I believe. I'm not entirely sure. And maybe a special mention to the nice big moon snail. Or actually, there was a nice big white one here. Yeah, special mention to him as well. He's fairly rough. He doesn't have a good shine, but still super nice. And oh my goodness, as for the favorites, everyone, oh god, I just noticed I should special mention the carrier shell. I should special mention the Arabian that's shinier than I thought, that I picked up off camera. Oh my good golly goodness, but they're not favorites. The absolute top favorites today. Okay, starting off with the first shell I found for this second part. a lovely lesser girdled triton. I remembered the name of it as I was walking around. A little bit missing on that tip, but so nice. I've wanted to find one of these for so long. I don't know if I'd call it a bucket list shell, but it was definitely on my to be found list. Oh my goodness, the next one's to favorite. The magnificent volutes. Yes, I think I can hold both in one hand without dropping them. Do we trust me? You know what? Yes, why not? We trust me. A smaller one and a slightly larger one. The slightly larger one is the better one in my opinion, just because it's got some nicer, darker patterns on it. And yes, the lip is quite not straight, but I can Dremel that back to be nice and even. Same with the lip on the smaller one. So yeah, no problems at all. Absolutely lovely, lovely, lovely shells. The top shells for today, there are 3 tippy top shells. The least of the tippy tops is going to go to the yellow tinted cowrie. It is beautiful in coloration, got some nice dense spots on it too. Absolutely wonderful. This one is massive. It's at least twice as big as the last one I found. Also, it is shiny. It is way shinier than I thought it would be. I am so super duper stoked with that. It looks like it might have a bit of damage right there on the top, but other than that, it is the best condition and the biggest one of these I have found. It is amazing. The green tinted cowrie. Usually they live on sand, but they can wash up here, but they usually prefer sand. Super cool. But the most tippy top favorite, it's gonna be like the top 10 shell finds of the year, I think, is this absolutely beautiful, without compare, Humphrey's cowrie. So Mr. Sheller did come out today, and when I showed it to him, he called me a cheat, and I think he wanted to fight me and beach slap me for it. I think he was going to say some stronger words if his wife wasn't right there next to him. But yeah, he was absolutely like crying tears of blood over this because he's been looking for it for so long, and I like it too much to part with it. It's a very rare shell. He does have Humphrey's cowries, but they're all from up in northern Queensland. They're a much lighter color up there. Down here, they're a much darker color. It's just so nice. It's just so nice. It's an into the cabinet one. So yes, those are the favorites for the day. And that's it for this time, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.